You've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, and you worked in the Bronx, and you're wondering, where'd you get this disease from? Hi, I'm Joe Williams. I'm a mesothelioma trial attorney, and I can give you some information about asbestos exposures that occurred to workers who worked in the Bronx. We know that the Bronx is a heavily populated borough. During the last century, the Bronx was built up to become one of the most densely populated boroughs in the metropolitan area. And that happened through building. Union tradesmen and craftsmen building apartment houses and dwellings throughout the Bronx, building large multi-story apartment buildings. And that involved work with asbestos products, asbestos insulation, joint compound, floor tile, roofing, refractory, bricks. These union tradesmen were exposed to asbestos in hundreds and thousands of buildings as the Bronx was built. We also know that the Bronx is home to at least one ConEdison powerhouse, Hellgate. And that powerhouse is filled with asbestos components, including asbestos insulation, which exposed the workers who worked at that facility. We also know that the Bronx is home to large medical facilities, such as the Albert Einstein Cancer Center and the Bronx Veterans Administration Hospital and Jacobi Medical Center. And perhaps maybe even you were treated at any of these locations. But it's also important to remember that these buildings were built by craftsmen's hands, and those men and women were exposed to asbestos during the building of these facilities. You've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, and I'm sure you have questions about mesothelioma and about asbestos exposure and how you contracted this disease. Well, I'm Joe Williams, and at our firm, we answer questions for mesothelioma victims and their families every day. And we certainly can talk to you about the Bronx and about the various ways that workers were exposed to asbestos in the Bronx. I invite you to call the number on your screen below, and we'll talk to you about your questions and answer your questions. Thanks.